Hello everybody and welcome back to OPTV Live. I am Steve and you are watching Mech Mania's Monday's Grudge Wars. We are now in our third place bronze match. That is right, these two gentlemen have made it all the way to the third place match. We are on duel. Up in the top corner we've got the Big Boss once again sporting his Black Ops Striker. In the bottom corner we've got DraConnorK. In the blue, sporting that Sakura Angel. So we've got one match with absolutely no Ospreys at all. A great relief to see. As I said, we are on Duel. For those of you unfamiliar with Duel, we start out on the top here. We've got multiple lanes right from the beginning. You can go off to the side here, go off to the side here. Outpost down here. This is typically where all the action happens right here, right in the middle. This is considered the key outpost right here where a lot of the fighting starts. You then got another outpost here, outpost over here, factory over here, and then a straight path run down to the main fortress with a power station off to the side. The big key with these particular ones is that over here, as you can see, we've got lots of like pop-up areas on both sides. Those pop-up areas will deploy out some credit boxes along with additional neutral units, making it harder to possibly pick up those credit boxes. But even so, that is definitely something that you want to keep your eye on for when those credit boxes come, because that can make or break a game, especially in a 1v1 match. Right now, we are starting to get this game going. The Big Boss has got a few Geminis out on the field, and he is going to go ahead and deploy them out. Meanwhile, DraConnor is over here on the side, very interestingly enough, using the sniping ability of his infantry, and then deploying the tanks out over on the side here. He's going to try to completely bypass everything and go straight through. So while Big Boss's tanks are going through these brutes, getting a little bit shot up on here, DraConnor's ones are going through these Goliaths. We're going to take a little bit of damage as well, but DraConnor picking up all these experience points from these destroyed Goliaths. However, we've got a little bit of a base push going on right here. The Big Boss has already got two Jokers at the main base, and they're shooting up, doing a little bit of damage. The one Gemini is handling it, albeit slowly, but it is handling it. However, the big one was the Big Boss sent out these Geminis over to the side here to try to neutralize out this base. He does neutralize it. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. He does take this outpost over, and he's got the units in his build queue. He is ready to deploy. He's got Seekers. He's got some Geminis. He's building more Geminis. He's building a Patcher. He's really getting a really strong foothold on here. However, he has never noticed this massive push from DraConnor. This little train of death that came in here. And DraConnor, instead of being able to actually use these units for the assault, he's got to actually pull back and use these for defense instead. Big Boss taking out one of those Geminis. DraConnor in here to support it, using the sniping ability of the Angel to keep Big Boss off to the backs of those tanks. 2 more tanks go down. There's only 2 left. 2 on 2. DraConnor runs out of power. 1 tank left. No tanks left. But there was some damage that was done. Look at it right here, ladies and gentlemen. I would say that's at least 30% of base damage done, while DraConnor only has about 5%. Big Boss does get a kill on DraConnor, and now he's going to go ahead and go back to his original plan, which was to try to actually push out from this outpost. He's deploying out his defenses, getting ready, doing a quick scout, seeing what kind of defenses are in place. DraConnor now is finally respawned back in there. 5 Geminis in his build queue, fully deployed. He pulls out that sniper rifle, starts shooting them up, but Big Boss is there to actually pick up and heal those tanks in time, but the outpost with the limited energy does not have enough energy to keep completely healing. Big Boss is supplying more and more units. DraConnor better be really careful. If Big Boss decides to push out from there, that is a tremendous amount of Geminis. Big Boss does a scout, sees that there's only 1 Gemini down there, trying to look around, trying to figure out where is DraConnor deploying all these units, sees where they're at. But right now, even if both of them was to launch, the Big Boss is in a better launching position. He's much, much closer to the base. His units will be able to get there sooner, but DraConnor does launch first. That's right, DraConnor does push out his units first, but he needs to be careful. His health going massively down due to all those neutral units. Big Boss now in big, big trouble. DraConnor does take him down. DraConnor now has a completely open field. Big Boss calling out Bala, and let's take a look here. Big Boss is not using the buyback option. He is going to take the slow time to respawn back in here. Meanwhile, DraConnor's got all these Geminis coming out. 12 Gemini push against only 3 Geminis in defense. Using the sniping ability of that Angel, takes out 2 of those Geminis before they even get in range. Big Boss having to deploy all the units as he can. Drops down using that power sword, which actually has an area of effect, taking multiple hits on those Geminis at the same time. DraConnor, realizing Angel doesn't have a master carry ability, but still is trying to actually use the paving abilities of the Angel to spread out his units, but he's not spreading them out enough, and they are just quickly falling to the onslaught of DraConnor and that power sword. DraConnor following up, using dual color tracers, trying to chase down DraConnor, and now DraConnor is in very, very dangerous shape. He is just going to go ahead and deploy more tanks out. But now at this point, Big Boss has some units already out in defense, and Big Boss has this push of his own going on. The only unfortunate thing for Big Boss is he does go down. He this time uses that buyback ability. Gets back into the game faster. DraConnor does not initially realize this massive push that's coming in. That push is now at his base. Can DraConnor respond to it in time? I don't think so, folks. There's just too many Geminis. They're out on the field. DraConnor trying to use the sniper ability. DraConnor goes down. He is dead. He has no money left to use the buyback. There it is. Base is down to 50%. 40%. All these Geminis just shooting in. There's nothing that DraConnor can do about it. 30%, 20%, 10%, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there you go. There's your winner. Your third place winner is the Big... Okay. And your third place winner is the Big Boss. He goes ahead and he wins tonight's third place prize of 250 diamonds. DraConnor, on the other hand, he does walk away 100 diamonds richer. And it does seem, if anybody from AirMech is watching, that we did have a slight crash here on the new build. I don't know if there's any useful information for you guys, but I figure I might as well point it out. However, that was our third place match of Mech Mania Monday's Grudge Wars, hosted by Steve, brought to you by OPTV Live. Stay tuned for our finals, which is a